A Friday in Piedmont for stage 13 of the Giro d'Italia. In glorious sunshine as well, what more could you wish for? Ahead of a big weekend, we head to the Alps tomorrow, of course, for the big stage, which, as far as we know, Jonas Vingegaard has very much been looking forward to. News reaching us overnight, by the way, that Vingegaard has been ill, as have a number of other riders, but the illness seems to be leaving the peloton, so we're set for a big weekend. Once again, a glorious day, and Alfonso Eulalia still leading in the Maglia Rosa in this year's Giro d'Italia. Big day awaits for him tomorrow, as it does all these riders. Today's stage in Piedmont, 189 kilometres, not a hill in sight really until they reach the last 33 kilometres. It's basically 156k riding northward through Piedmont, and then a really tough final 30k with lots of opportunities for attacking. The expectation was always there to create a big breakaway. It was basically a group of 6 and a group of 7 who were waiting to come together. Once again, Diego Sevilla on the front foot, Larry Warbass up there as well, the former American road race champion. A very early problem for Alfonso Eulalia in the Maglia Rosa, but no great panic from his team. Bike change too, and he was paced back into the back of the peloton. Eventually, we'd have 15 riders up front, but it would take a while for the two groups to come back together. Mikel Biel was one of those who was driving the second group to get in, and we would eventually be left with 3 riders from Groupama FDJ, including Josh Kench, Axel Huns and Johan Jacobs. 2 from Polti Visit Malta, when they did join up together, that is, in Mirko Maestri and Diego Sevilla. Marcus Hulgaard and Andreas Leknesund back in there again, the Norwegian road race champion for UnoX. They had some big name company in that breakaway too. Alberto Bettiol, Michael Valgren, Jasper Stuyven again there. Toon Aerts back in the break as well. The Belgian cyclocross star looking really good. This was the first punctuation in today's stage. Stresa, the first of the only Maglia Ciclamino sprint point, rolled through by Diego Sevilla of Polti Visit Malta ahead of Francesco Bussato, who was also in there for Alpecin Premier Tech. Well, then we were starting to get into the hills as well. That was the peloton leading through there. Alberto Bettiol keeping an eye on everyone in the big breakaway, looking to see if anyone was being shaken out by the hills, and they would be too as it came to it. Bien though, it was Diego Sevilla picking up some more points in the King of the Mountains classification. He'd go some, though, have to go some to beat the mountains leader, of course, Jonas Vingegaard. Then we saw a game plan being affected by Groupama FDJ, as they were looking to lead Josh Kench into the Unique Jasa, the final climb of the day. It was Axel Huns who was doing that. Kench then going, but taking with him 4 more riders, well, making 4 riders in total. Alberto Bettiol had gone with him, Michael Valgren too, looking really good, and Andreas Leknesund. We were looking also back at the riders from the original group of 15 who were being dropped off. Bettiol had been dropped, and it was Andreas Leknesund who'd done exactly that as they were coming to the top of the climb, the final climb of the day. But look at this, the former Italian road race champion Alberto Bettiol riding for Astana, XDS Astana of course, going over the top of Leknesund, and as soon as he did, Leknesund's legs really looking like they dropped off, and in front of course a big home crowd. The Tifosi were loving watching this. Bettiol going over the top, and everyone knows how good his descending is as well. Andreas Leknesund was so close to Bettiol, still come the top, but the dangerous weapon that is the descending of Alberto Bettiol, and a stealth-like ability to close out stage wins when he has to too. 3k to go, Bettiol in front of a massive home crowd coming down into Verbania. Verbania, by the way, the hometown of his girlfriend as well. She and her family were waiting to watch him, and by this point we knew we were watching an Alberto Bettiol coming to get his stage win too, and a third stage win too for XDS Astana. What a race they are happening after the wins of Guillermo Silva and Davide Ballerini. He pointed to the crowd, spotted his girlfriend and family off to the right hand side, and what a stage win for Alberto Bettiol. You know, he doesn't win often, but when he does win, he wins big. A former winner, of course, of the Ronde van Vlaanderen, and today a winner in the Giro d'Italia. Andreas Leknesund stayed there by himself, but he would take second solo. Alfonso Eulalia, a day off really, ahead of tomorrow's Maglia Rosa clash in the Valle d'Aosta. Likewise, Paul Magnier Still in the Maglia Ciclamino. And Jonas Vingegaard pretty in blue at the moment, the Maglia Azzurra, ahead of a day which we believe he has really been looking forward to tomorrow. Afonso Eulálio is the best young rider. Still, of course, how will he fare in the Valle d'Aosta tomorrow? You will have to join us on the big day to find out.